Good evening. Welcome inside the St. Louis Park Rec Center as the visiting Moorhead Spuds take on the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights here on the Catholic Sports Network. Just about to get underway. Both teams looking to bounce back from disappointing losses. As Benilde-St. Margaret's dropping a tough one a few nights ago to St. Thomas Academy as the Spuds quickly hit a pipe right away on the first offensive sequence. As that one shot wide. And to catch up to this one is Nick Searles. Kick back out. Spuds unable to hold it in. As Luke Kramer, and here come the Red Knights into the offense. Oh, that shot saved by the goaltender Hudson Hodges. The Spuds have experimented with their goaltenders a little bit. Both of their goaltenders have seen about equal playing time up to this point in the season. It'll be Hodges who gets the nod tonight once again. But us to comment on the prior outing, the Spuds coming off a difficult 6-2 loss against Roseau, where they fell behind 6-0 after 2 periods. So both teams looking to bounce back from disappointing efforts their last time out. Moorhead, who schedules themselves very tough. They'll be at Pagel Activity Center tomorrow to take on Minnetonka. And then we'll come back to the Twin Cities right after Christmas for 3 more games, including games against Edina, Eden Prairie, and Stillwater. Well, these Spuds definitely not averse to testing themselves during the regular season. And that's the Red Knights controlling in their own zone. They'll play it behind their own net. And Seamus Foley sends it down to the near side. It's Ian Barr trying to go to the backhand. That one swept away by Hudson Hodges, the goaltender. Red Knights still controlling in their own zone as the Spuds able to poke it out to neutral ice. Foley controlling, send it down to the near side, just out of the reach of Callahan. Callahan, though, will get it back. Callahan fending off the uncharging Cullen Guess of Moorhead. As the Spuds carry it back into the offensive zone with Horan. Thomas Horan, who gets knocked off the puck. And the Red Knights will play it behind their net. The Spuds able to hold the zone, and Limesand dives for it. He's able to poke that one away from Carter Johnson, who was on charging. And here come the Red Knights with speed into the offensive zone. There's a shot that was saved by Hodges. Loose on the side of the net, now poked back the other way up into the corner. It's Cooper Gay battling for the Red Knights with a host of players in black and orange, and the Spuds come back the other way into the offensive zone. This one dumped in deep by Guess. Works his way behind the Red Knight net, now poked down to the near side. Sent up onto the far side boards by Warnert. We'll go for an icing. We'll have a face-off back in the Red Knight zone. 14:30 to go in the first period. Fast-paced action so far between the Red Knights and the Spuds. Talked about the Spuds coming to the Twin Cities. We will actually be carrying that game at Minnetonka tomorrow afternoon on live stream on mnhockey.tv. For those of you tuning in from the great northwest part of the state, you'll be able to follow your team all weekend long as they make this Twin Cities swing, beginning tonight in St. Louis Park and continuing tomorrow in Minnetonka. The Red Knights able to hold the offensive zone as Charlie Bischel battling down there with McCoy Gregor. The Red Knights able to come out with it. Loose out front, and the Spuds able to poke it away up into the corner. Trying to get to it first is Kyler Cleven. Will poke it out into the neutral zone. Here come the Spuds, 2-on-1 into the offensive zone. A great job to get in front of that one was Brady Yakish as Spuds are trying to set up the 2-on-1. The stick loose at center ice. Spuds control it back in their own zone. They'll carry it into the offensive zone offside as Luke Kramer brings it in. Stop play with 13:29 to go in the first period. It's no score thus far at the St. Louis Park Rec Center. Neutral zone face-off coming as Caden Triggs will take it against Blake Mesenberg. Face-off controlled by the Red Knights. They'll Foley will throw this one into the neutral zone. The Spuds looking to send it back the other way. Will be getting knocked off the puck as he brought it into the offensive zone with Triggs. The Red Knights whiffing on that attempt to get it down in deep to the Spud zone. As Horan will dump this one in deep. Gets his way around the Red Knight net. Coming down to the near side to try to push it ahead is Mesenberg to throw it through the neutral zone. But it will go all the way for an icing and a face-off back in the Red Knight zone. 12:55 to go here in the first period. Benilde-St. Margaret Boys Red Knight Hockey brought to you by Fortis Academy, training to enhance sports performance. And Merrill Lynch, Diana Brass, your wealth management advisor. Face off to the right of Limesand. Red Knights able to gain control of it. They'll try to push it behind their net. Good job again by the Spuds. Forcing the Red Knights to have to spend extended time in their own zone. Pushed ahead toward the blue lines when dumped down for Mesenberg. And coming in offside, another good play by the Spuds as they force the Red Knights to come in offside. We'll have a neutral zone face-off with 12:36 to go in the first period. No score. Red Knights coming in at 4-2-0. The Moorhead Spuds at 3-2-0. As Moorhead controls the face-off. Pushed ahead by Gregor. Into the offensive zone was Gavin Fulmer, who got knocked off the puck as he tried to drive toward the net. Red Knights back the other way. Into the offensive zone with speed is Jackson Bizen. If they could shot that, saved by Hodges. Spuds looking to poke it back the other way. They'll get it out to neutral ice. The Red Knights send it back all the way deep into their own zone. Limesand out of his net to play it. This one taken away, but unable to control the puck was Isaac Hinkemeyer-Howe. Now, it could have been a very, very dangerous play for the Red Knights early on here if Hinkemeyer-Howe had been able to control that puck. 11:50 to go, first period, no score. Spuds able to hold the zone. Hinkemeyer-Howe knocks it down, and then he takes a shot wide. It's up in the far side corner. The Red Knights push it down to the near side. Back in the corner, reversing direction is Tristan Sarsland. Sarsland will send it down to the near side. Bizen will throw this one through the neutral zone all the way down. We'll have another icing with 11:23 to go in the first period. Face off again back deep in the Red Knight zone. Well, the Red Knights thus far struggling to establish much momentum in terms of puck control and offensive zone time. The Spuds, on the other hand, have got the majority of play down in the offensive zone. The shot off the face-off got through to Limesand, who made the save. The Searles let that one rip off the face-off. Down in the near side corner, it's put back the other way. Bringing it back around the other direction was Horan. And the Spuds will send it back the other way as Triggs behind his own net gets tied up behind with a couple of Red Knights. Looking to push it back the other way was Callahan. And the Red Knights with Foley into the neutral zone. Spuds, though, knock it away from Foley. As Callahan backhands it ahead. As Charlie Bischel then dumps it in deep. 10:43 to go first period. This long pass out too far, and Yakish will control it. He'll push this one ahead. Red Knights will dump it in deep. Along the near side boards. It's an intercepted, poked toward Hodges, who pokes it away. Good job by Adam Marshall to make that play happen as he poked it toward the goaltender, and only good things can happen when you make the goaltender have to make a play he doesn't really want to make. If there's a shot on goal, it's dove onto by Hodges, and we'll have a face-off. Marshall again with that bad angle shot. 10:07 to go first period, and an offensive zone face-off coming for the Red Knights. Face-off still loose in the circle, now controlled by the Red Knights. Hook it in the direction. A stick is loose. Backhand shot wide. Stick loose again in front of the goaltender as it's now picked up. Red Knights trying to take it away in the neutral zone. The Spuds control it now in their own zone. They'll send it up to the far side boards. It's a big hit as two players go to the ice. As the Red Knights with Marshall will take it away. Centering feed, backhand shot wide. Centering feed again goes through the blue, and the Spuds able to come out with it. A couple of really good opportunities there for the Red Knights, just not able to connect in the right spot. This play moves back into the Spuds offensive zone. Henkemeyer-Howe. Shot that'll go wide. There's Nick Searles. Kramer. He gets tied up on the near side. As the Spuds able to hold the zone. There's a shot saved by Limesand, who will hold on. 8:59 to go in the first period. Fast-paced action, but no scoring thus far between the Red Knights and the visiting Moorhead Spuds. About the really difficult schedule of the Red Knights. Or rather, the Spuds, my apologies. The Red Knights schedule, they don't have nothing to laugh at either. Spuds control this one down in their own zone. Play it off the near side boards as Henkemeyer-Howe just barely able to get that one out into the neutral zone, but then the Red Knights send it back in. Henkemeyer-Howe in the corner. Tried to leave it for his teammate, but he didn't get a very good pass off to play it around the net. The Spuds into the neutral zone. And up ahead for Kyler Cleven. The Red Knights able to take it away. We'll get it off into the offensive zone for Jonah Mortensen, and the Spuds able to take it away and come back the other way. And sent down in all the way around by Nolan Westra, the leading goal scorer for the Spuds, and will be held in at the blue line by Gregor. Sent back toward Limesand, who has to glove it. As Carter Johnson would have snuck up out of nowhere on the sophomore goaltender. Off the face-off. And the Red Knights back the other way. This one goes through the neutral zone. Play it down to the near side. Red Knights controlling high in their own zone. Sarsland get it down to the near side that got through Yakish. It'll go back out into the neutral zone. Spuds controlling it there. With Wyatt Gunkel, who will send it up ahead. Spuds able again to force the Red Knights to have to retreat deep into their own zone. The Knights will play it behind their own net. Be almost taken away on the front near side corner by Gavin Fulmer. Charlie Warner able to play this one around for the Red Knights as the Spuds able to clear the zone onto the near side. Thomas Horan almost took that one away. It ends up back in the Red Knight zone. Backhand feed trying to set up Warner, and he wasn't quite able to catch up with it. Backhand shot just sent wide. That was Kramer who ended up with it on the drive. A beautiful give and go feed from Horan, and it'll go for an icing and a face-off back in the Red Knight zone. 6:45 to go, first period, no score. Of course, the Red Knights, they played Edina, they played St. Thomas. Tough game tonight against Moorhead. Also have Lakeville South and Eden Prairie on their schedule as well. Face-off, it's played around. Red Knights able to bring it through the neutral zone into the offensive zone. There's a shot that'll go wide. Stick of Warner. We have a penalty coming here with 6:26 to go in the first period. The net coming loose. An offensive zone face-off for the Red Knights. Face-off, this one trickles out to Schweitzer, who take a long shot high over the net. Rubbed on the near side. The Hinkemeyer-Howe, who sends it out their neutral ice, and into the offensive zone come the Spuds. The centering feed flies all the way through up to the far side boards, but the Spuds able to hold the offensive zone. Going to set this one up as Spuds just couldn't quite get themselves organized. Here come the Red Knights back the other way into the offensive zone, getting it behind. There's a shot high over the net by Mesenberg. 5:50 to go in the first period. Schweitzer winds up. His shot might have been gotten through to Hodges, who made the save. Hodges definitely covers up this one. 5:30 to go in the first period. An offensive zone face-off for the Red Knights coming. As Marshall will take the draw against Michael Overbo. Red Knights control the face-off. There's a shot that's blocked out front and then poked toward Hodges. I don't think he was expecting that puck to be poked into him like that, but he was able to squeeze under it, and we'll have another offensive zone face-off for the Red Knights. 5:25 to go in the first period. Jackson Bizon will take the face-off. Verbo off the face-off, and this one gets Hodges out of his crouch to snatch that one, and we'll have another offensive zone face-off. 5:19 to go here in the first period. Shot through traffic that was blocked. I think that actually caught a piece of Cooper Day. It comes out. That one got through. That was saved by Hodges. Under 5 minutes to go here in the first period. It's loose out in front of Hodges. Still loose. And Hodges eventually able to cover it up as somehow it was poked toward him. Offensive zone face-off for the Red Knights, who have had quite a few of those in the last couple of minutes, looking to capitalize on one. Spuds carry it around their own net, down to the near side, from given off for Horan. Horan pushes it down into the offensive zone. Foley looking to send it back the other way. We banked off the near side boards by Mesenberg. Was driving the net, and then having poked away was Marshall. Red Knights maintaining the offensive zone pressure. This one kicked back out to Foley, down to Callahan on the near side, who can't hold the zone. And the Red Knights will have to reset. Foley trying to gain control of it as Horan was all over the ice on that play. Into the offensive zone, there's a shot wide by Ian Barr. It'll trickle its way back out into the neutral zone, all the way down into the Red Knight zone once again. 4 minutes to go here in the first period as it's sent down to the near side. Caden Triggs for Moorhead gets tied up by two Red Knights in the corner. With Nolan Westra down there as well. Mesenberg, one of the Red Knights players, as Moorhead comes out of the scrum with the puck, but then they can't hold the zone. And chasing it down is Kramer in his own zone. Kramer tried to dump that one in deep, but it hit one of his teammates, Westra, in the back. The offensive zone is Bischel. Bischel with a shot. It's loose and able to cover it up is Hodges. 3:17 to go in the first period. No score. Offensive zone face-off for the Red Knights coming once again. Being booted from the circle is Bischel. And Mortensen will take the draw instead. The draw pushed down into the corner. The reverse direction is Wyatt Gunkel. Spuds looking to come away with it. Flip this one down toward the neutral zone and get by Henkemeyer-Howe. It'll be sent back in deep by Yakish. He played behind the net by the Spuds. Henkemeyer-Howe on the near side. It's intercepted as he tried to get it up to the far side, but poked out into the neutral zone. The Red Knights will possess it there. From behind, coming in onside, but then the centering feed was blocked as Cleveland tried to set up Triggs. There's Mortensen to the backhand, and he shot it wide. Went up in the far side corner. Spuds back the other way into the neutral zone. Penalty coming here against the Red Knights. As Schweitzer got a little bit too much of Nolan Westra. A likely tripping call here. It'll put the Spuds on the first power play of the game with 2:25 to go in the first period. Offensive zone face-off for the Spuds to the left of Limezan. Spuds control the draw. Near side, that shot blocked as it wobbles in. It comes out in front of Limezan, who's down. They score as it trickles out to Michael Overbo, who puts it home, and it took 10 seconds on the power play to put the Spuds up 1-0. Be Overbo's second goal of the year. And the visitors from the Great Northwest have taken a 1-0 lead on the power play. 2:14 to go here in the first period. Well, the Red Knights will look to answer. They've had some pretty good offensive opportunities here in this first period, but nothing to show for it as of yet. Poked out through the neutral zone. Spuds trying to chase it down in their own offensive zone. Once again, they will take it away. Push toward the net. So Verbo will play it around. It'll come all the way around to the near side. 1:45 to go in the period. Back out into the neutral zone. Spuds able to take it away. That was Westra who poked it away back deep into the offensive zone. As Foley circling his net, and Westra causing all kinds of havoc for the Red Knights here as it's sent back toward Limezan. Has to come out of the crease, knocks it away with his stick. It'll be played around back behind the net. Come back to the near side. It's Warner through the offense, neutral zone rather. There's a shot, it's gloved. Goaltender Hodges. Cooper Gay's stick. 1:14 to go here in the first period. Another offensive zone face-off for the Red Knights. They've sure had a lot of those so far in this first period. Still loose in the circle. The Red Knights come out with it. Hook back to the blue line. Shot through traffic. That got through to Hodges, who made the save. Shot from the point blocked. Come back out up high. They get it back down to the near side. That shot saved by Hodges up into the net. Off Adam Marshall. Exactly 1 minute to go in the first period. 1-0. Spuds with the lead on the second goal of the year by Michael Overbo. He's off to the left of Hodges. Down to the near side, trying to play it up the boards is Gunkel. Loose in the corner, now sent up behind the net as Kramer's trying to send it ahead. The Spuds gain the neutral zone. Here's Henkemeyer-Howe into the offensive zone. Henkemeyer-Howe shot saved by Limezan. 40 seconds to go in the first period. Westra's shot, that went wide. As Kramer pokes this one past down to Cleven. 25 seconds to go in the period. Schweitzer sent it up to the far side into the offensive zone with Mesenberg. There's a shot wide. 15 seconds to go in the period. Spuds throw this one all the way down, and that'll go in on Limesand and then hit the net, so no icing. As the first period comes to an end. Exciting first period here at the Rec Center. That's the Spuds take a 1-0 lead into the first intermission on the second goal of the year by Michael Overbo. But a lot of really good offensive zone opportunities for the Red Knights here in the first period. They'll look to build on that as the second period. Second period will get underway here about 12 minutes from now.
If I say heads up, what does that mean to you? It means be aware, be alert. Be prepared to prevent something bad from happening, like a concussion. Most concussions are preventable if you make the effort. Wear a helmet when you bike, wear a seatbelt when you're in the car, and always be aware and be safe. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. You want to prevent a concussion? It's time to be heads up.
Welcome back to the St. Louis Park Rec Center as we get set to start the second period momentarily. The Moorhead Spuds with a 1-0 lead over Benilde-St. Margaret's. Patrick Lilia alongside Matt Harrington on the ParkTV simulcast here on the Catholic Sports Network. That's very evenly played first period. That was Michael Overbo's second goal of the year. Goal coming at 14:46 of the first period. I mean, just 11 seconds into the power play, Schweitzer for tripping. Red Knights had a lot of good chances in the offensive zone, a lot of offensive zone face-offs, but unfortunately for the Red Knights thus far, nothing to show on the scoreboard for it. Well, the Red Knights will look to build on that first period offensive zone success and hopefully able to translate that into more numbers going up on the scoreboard. Talk about Moorhead's schedule. Tomorrow they'll play at Minnetonka. And right after Christmas they will turn to the Twin Cities for a weekend holiday tournament, including Edina, Eden Prairie, and Stillwater. So Spuds certainly scheduling themselves very tough. But a couple nights ago, both teams with frustrating losses. The Spuds losing 6-2 rather against Roseau. They fell behind 6-0 after 2 periods. Red Knights trying to bounce back from a 4-1 loss to St. Thomas. Clevin will take the face-off against Bischel here to start the second period. And the Red Knights throw the face-off down to Schweitzer. Schweitzer looking through the middle. He'll send this one through the neutral zone up ahead for Bischel. Bischel will send this one in deep. It'll work its way around the Spuds net down to the near side. Getting tied up in the corner is Nolan Westra with Warner. Warner that was it there. What a save, sliding to his left. That one-time shot executed perfectly by the Red Knights. But unfortunately, the goaltender Hodges sliding over, right place, right time, and he gloves it, and we'll have another offensive zone face-off for the Red Knights. Jet Johnson will take the face-off for the Red Knights. Spuds poke it back into the corner. Riker will send it up into the far side. Centering feed will kick it back out up high. Way into the middle and taking a shot wide. Centering feed blocked. It comes back around into the corner. Bischel circles. Bischel will try to reverse direction. Dump it back behind him as a couple of Spuds opposed him. Foley shot through traffic. They score! Jet Johnson with the deflection. And the Red Knights have tied it at 1. Jet Johnson able to redirect that one. Hodges, who was 13 of 13 on saves during that first period, finally has a blemish on his record. Ties the game at 1. On the far side boards. The Red Knights able to poke this one out to neutral ice. Into the offensive zone is Mesenberg. Mesenberg trying to leave it behind him for Marshall, who sent a shot wide. Facing it up in the corner is Horan. Down back to the near side. And the net is Grant Frisch, who will send it up into the bench area out of play in a face-off with 15:29 to go in the second period. Game tied at 1. Face off, the Spuds control it. Going to poke it back out to neutral ice is Wyatt Dunkel. Leaves behind him for Gregor. Gregor will dump this one in deep. Around to the near side and Cullen Jess, who will play it up onto the end wall. They get tied up there. The Red Knights able to come out with it. Back the other way, sending it up top. Cooper Gay, or rather it's Callahan. Callahan trying to drive toward the net, reverse direction. And will end up in the glove of Hodges, who will hold on with 14:57 to go in the second period. Game tied at 1. Offensive zone face-off for the Red Knights to the left of Hodges. Bizon will take it for the Red Knights. Clevin, as the Spuds come out with it, play it behind their own net. And out to neutral ice, here's Henkemeyer-Howe into the offensive zone for the Spuds. Henkemeyer-Howe circling the net, centering feed to being cleaned out by the Red Knights. Spuds able to hold the zone, getting it back down to the near side, and Clevin into the corner, centering feed, flex up into the corner. Red Knights able to float this one up as it's poked into the bench with the glove of Nick Searles, and we'll have a face-off. 14:26 to go second period. 1-1 between the Red Knights and the Spuds. Benilde St. Margaret Boys Red Knight Hockey brought to you by Fortis Academy, training to enhance sports performance. And the Spuds control the face-off. Sent down in deep by Gunkel. Limes hand out of his net to play it. It's catching up to it first is Caden Triggs for Moorhead on the far side boards. Red Knights bring it out to neutral ice. Spuds tried to dump it in deep, but it was blocked, and that was a big hit on the near side boards that cost Bischel his stick. Into the offensive zone, Grammer. Spuds able to catch up with it. They'll dump it in deep. Played behind the net. As Horan trying to take it away for the Spuds, but the Red Knights able to gain through the offensive zone. Callahan behind him with the shot that'll go wide by Mortensen. Will come around to the near side, held in momentarily, but then the puck lost. It got knocked off a stick of Sarsland. As Horan will send this one into the offensive zone for the Spuds. Red Knights possess it there. Things getting a little bit more physical and chippy here in the early stages of the second period. Mortensen, as he tried to work his way around, no call there as contact was made as the puck knocked away. sophomore forward. With Johnson trying to send this one back in deep for the Red Knights. Spuds controlling it now in the neutral zone, now down to the near side. He's just into the offensive zone. He gets knocked off the puck on the near side boards by Schweitzer in the corner. Red Knights bring it back the other way. Here's Callahan through the offensive zone, rather, it's Barr, my apologies. On the near side boards, back out to neutral ice. It's Gavin Fulmer. Fulmer opposed by Yakish. Taken away by the Red Knights. We'll get down to the near side. That one just out of the reach of Marshall. He will gain possession. He'll dump it down into the offensive zone for the Red Knights. Spuds looking to bring it back the other way. Reversing direction is Grammer. Grammer into the neutral zone. Tried to get that one ahead for Henkemeyer Howe, but it was deflected as there's Callahan on the near side. Callahan into the offensive zone. Callahan shot snagged with the glove by Hodges. An offensive zone face-off coming once again for the Red Knights. 12:07 to go, second period. Game tied at 1. Jed Johnson's second goal of the year here in the second period that tied it up. Johnson will take the face-off here for the Red Knights. Face-off pushed up into the corner. To send it the other way is Greger. Henkemeyer Howe will bank it around down to the near side. We're going to have a stoppage of play here. The net was jarred a little bit loose. We have another face-off with 11:57 to go in the second period. This one will come in the neutral zone. Bishop will take the face-off against Clevin. Face-off pushed back into the Spud zone. Henkemeyer Howe comes away with it. Pushes it into the new offensive zone as Henkemeyer Howe takes a big hit. That elicits a strong reaction from the students here. Into the offensive zone is Mortensen. Mortensen to the backhand shot saved by Hodges. And the Spuds back the other way with speed into the offensive zone. Foran tried to get it down and Westrow tried to poke at it, but Limezan able to hold on as the net came loose at the Red Knights end. 11:28 to go here in the second period. Another face-off for the offensive zone. Face-off still loose in the circle. Red Knights looking to take possession of it. We'll send it back the other way. There's a good hit by Foran to push it back into the Red Knight zone, and we'll have a penalty coming here against the Red Knights. Bizon who takes it, and the Spuds will go on their second power play. And they only needed 11 seconds on their first power play to give themselves at the time a 1-0 lead in the first period. Crowd unhappy with that call. Zone with the penalty. See what the Spuds can do with their second power play after they were so effective on their first one. Spuds push the face-off back into the neutral zone. They'll look to reset there. Henkemeyer Howe will take it from Horan. Henkemeyer Howe into the offensive zone. He's opposed on the near side by Bischel. And the Red Knights able to poke it out through the neutral zone. Grammer back to pick it up for the Spuds deep in his own zone. 10:48 to go second period. 1:33 to go in the Spuds power play. Sankemeyer Howe dumps this one in behind the net. Back out up to Kramer. Sankemeyer Howe's shot blocked, loose out front, poked up into the corner. With Westra battling with Warner. Warner collides with a man near the right side of the net. Turnaround shot, Limezan able to make the save. Play continuing. Clevin getting it back up high to Westra. It's loose. Still loose in front of Limezan, whacking away at it. And the Spuds eventually come out with it. And there's a shot save on his stomach by Limezan. My goodness. And the crowd applauding that lummy. Students in the first row here at the rec center. Offensive zone face-off for the Spuds coming. Carter Johnson will take it for the Spuds. It's Bischel. Spuds again control. 39 seconds remaining in the Moorhead power play. 9:50 in the period. 1-1 tie game. Look back up to the point. There's a shot saved. Limezan. Johnson takes a big hit in the corner. Spuds, though, able to poke it back out to the point. They'll try to reset. So intercepted down low. Will be held in, though, by Moorhead as it hit the leg of Gunkel, now thrown out into the neutral zone. There's Warner into the offensive zone. Warner shot save by Hodges. 5 seconds remaining in the power play. And the Knights back at full strength. And kill off that power play this time. As these Red Knights is hitting everybody in sight here in the second period. Lots of big hits and physical play of the Red Knights, showing that they will not be pushed around here in the second period. As that one coming in offside. We'll have a face-off with 8:51 to go here in the second period. 1-1 tie game. Clevin will take the face-off against B-Zone. B-Zone will step aside. He'll be replaced by Bischel. Face-off, the Spuds drive into the offensive zone. Westra shot blocked. Another penalty coming here against the Red Knights. Well, just as soon as they kill off a penalty, Charlie Bischel is going to take another one, and the Spuds will go back on the power play. Spuds now 1 for 2 on the power play. Pretty good chances on their prior power play as well that they didn't convert on. Clevin will win the face-off. Horan gets it back down to Horan, shot through traffic. It's blocked. Red Knights able to bring it back the other way. Bizon into the offensive zone, trying to set up Mesenberg on the far side, but the centering feed was blocked. 8:25 to go here in the second period. The Red Knights able to take it away to generate some shorthanded pressures. Bizon again will take a shot that's blocked, and Hodges will grab it with the glove. An offensive zone face-off for the Red Knights, shorthanded with 8:11 to go in the second period. 1-1 tie game. Two teams looking to add to a resume of statement victories. Moorhead controls off the face-off, bringing it through the neutral zone and then getting knocked off at the blue line with Greiger. Down to the near side, that's Gunkel trying to push it ahead. Greiger gets it back. onto the far side boards. Spuds into the offensive zone. Centering feed blocked. Loose out in front of Limezan. Still loose. And eventually the net poked loose once again. 49 seconds remaining in the Moorhead power play. 7:35 in the period. Offensive zone face-off for Moorhead to the right of Limezan. Got the face-off, it trickles out to Gregor. Played around their net. Johnson tried to set up and a save by Limezan. As Overbo had snuck around to the near side, Overbo almost had his second of the game there, but a great save by Limezan. Johnson on the near side. Red Knights able to take it away. Bizone able to clear. 17 seconds in the power play. 7 minutes in the period. Westra on the near side. He'll gain the offensive zone as he tried to set up Clevin, but that one got all the way through. Power play over. Red Knights kill off another one. Back-to-back power plays in a rough sense. And the Red Knights into the offensive zone. Mortensen trying to spin his way around, and he will get back to the near side. He'll turn around, take a shot. That's blocked. Spuds poke it back through the neutral zone. Westra into the offensive zone, where he gets knocked off the puck by Foley. On the near side, Red Knights able to take it away. Here's Marshall into the offensive zone as he pokes it up for Foley, and Foley upended as Hodges came out of his net to play that puck. Thankfully, nobody hurt after that as Foley is up. Here's Marshall back into the offensive zone. His shot might have been partially tipped as it goes wide. Side corners, a shot by Marshall. That got through to Hodges, who made the save. Driving in and then having the puck taken away. It's Callahan. The offensive zone is Clevin, whose shot is gloved by Limezan. An offensive zone face-off for the Spuds. 5:27 to go in the second period. 1-1 tie game. Johnson will take the face-off for the Spuds. Face-off is pushed back around the net. Schweitzer has it. He'll reverse direction. Send it down to Gay on the near side. Trying to poke it ahead for Bizone. Schweitzer will get it back in his own zone. Send it up to the far side. This one floats all the way down. We'll see if it goes far enough for an icing, and it will. So an offensive zone face-off coming for the Spuds once again. 5:02 to go, second period. Crowd not a fan of that icing call, saying that the puck might have been tipped before it got down into the Schweitzer over at the bench having a conversation. As the Spuds again control the offensive zone face-off. There's a shot saved by Limezan, tipped down to the near side. Foran looking to send it the other way. 4:50 to go in the period. And the Red Knights the other way. Bizon. He got knocked off the puck. Here comes the offense. Overbo, though, had the puck poked away from behind. It's Overbo showing off some speed. Searles tracks it down in his own zone for the Spuds. The offensive zone is Triggs as he gets knocked off the puck. Hit around to the near side where Gay gets tied up for the Red Knights. There's Bizon down there as well. Gay floats this one up high. Spud's able to hold the zone from backhand the other direction by Triggs. Bizon with it into the offensive zone. He leaves it behind him for Gay, whose shot is blocked by, rather than saved by Hodges. The Red Knights able to hold the zone. Westra pokes it up for Grammer. Westra plays it down into the offensive zone. Go down for an icing. And a face-off back in the Red Knight offensive zone. 3:37 to go in the second period. 1-1 tie game. Johnson will take the face-off. Clevin. Face-off. Yakish able to hold the zone. Now poke back out to neutral ice. Schweitzer trying to get it back to Yakish. It was deflected. Yakish will track it down in his own zone. Put it down to Johnson on the near side. As Westra sends this one all the way to the far side boards, and Hankemeyer Howe dumps it in deep for the Spuds. 3:15 to go here in the second period. 1-1 tie game. It will be held in briefly by Gunkel and poked out. Red Knights will set up in their own zone. Westra was Clevin causing some problems as the Red Knights try to exit. Put off the near side boards by Gunkel. Clevin couldn't quite hold the zone there. Red Knights will look to set up. There's Bischel will send it up to Schweitzer. Schweitzer will bring it into the offensive zone. He got knocked off the puck by Hankemeyer Howe. Then puts a hit on in front of the penalty box area as the Spuds will try to set up behind their net. Stoppage of play here. And a neutral zone face-off with 2:36 to go here in the second period. Nesenberg will take the face-off against Johnson. Red Knights control the face-off. They'll dump it in deep. Almost a dangerous play there for the Spuds as Grammer able to get it out of there. Sent up high the other way by Barr. Sent down to the near side. A hard pass that Fire couldn't quite catch up to. As the Red Knights play it around Johnson. Going to get it up for Barr on the near side. Barr couldn't quite gain the offensive zone before he got knocked off the puck. 2 minutes to go, second period. 1-1 tie game here at the Rec Center. Visiting Moorhead Spuds. That centering feed got through the blue. Moorhead looking to show a little bit of its own physical play after the Red Knights have been putting all kinds of crowd-awing hits on here in the second period. That centering feed was deflected down to the near side. Spuds back the other way. Fire will play this one down into the offensive zone. Gavin Fulmer will try to track it down. Taken away. Triggs down in the near side. It's Foley trying to knock him off the puck. Nesenberg plays it down to the near side. Foley trying to poke it up ahead for Barr, who will send this one all the way down for an icing once again. Another offensive zone face-off for the Spuds. 1:05 to go here in the second period. 1-1 tie game. Another right of Wines End this time. Triggs will take the face-off against Bizon. Bizon controlling it behind his net. Up for Schweitzer down in the corner. Hook down to the near side. Spuds able to hold the zone. This has been sent up to the far side by Gunkel. Here come the Red Knights pushing it into the offensive zone. As that one just out of the reach of Gay, who couldn't get a good stick on it as he had a Moorhead player all over him, and will have an offensive zone face-off for the Red Knights with 44.8 to go in the period. Face-off. Poked toward the point. Red Knights able to hold the zone. Callahan banks it off the far side boards. Mortensen tried to wind up for a blast, couldn't get much on it. Schweitzer, though, able to maintain possession for the Red Knights. It's Bischel trying to get it up high for Johnson, who I think his stick might have caught the ice and he wasn't able to hold the zone. 20 seconds to go in the period. Red Knights hoping for one last offensive sequence here with about to go under 10 seconds to go. Down in the near side corner. Sent back up high. Schweitzer's shot is blocked emphatically at the second period buzzer, and we'll go to the second intermission. Only goal of the period scored by Jet Johnson, his second goal of the year. That tied the game at 1. Watching Catholic Sports Network coverage of Benilde-St. Margaret boys hockey. Second intermission here at the Rec Center. It's Moorhead 1 and the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights 1. We'll take a break and come back with the third period right after these ice resurface. Stay tuned.
Uh-oh.
Get on top of it before they do. Every 24 minutes, tipped furniture or a falling TV sends an injured child to the emergency room. Preventing tip-over incidents is easy, inexpensive, and only takes 5 minutes. Learn how to secure your furniture and TVs to protect children at anchorit.gov.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the St. Louis Park Rec Center. Patrick Loya with Matt Harrington. A thrilling game here so far with the Spuds and Red Knights tied at 1. Scoring summary, the first period, Michael Overbo getting on the power play for the Spuds at 14:46. Just 51 seconds into the second period, Jet Johnson for the Red Knights, assisted by Foley and Callahan. In a 1-1 game. The Red Knights out shooting Moorhead 23-18. Sure feels like more shots on goal than that. It seemed like both teams just kind of peppering away at the goaltenders, but well, we got the Red Knights have not had a power play yet in this game. As opposed to 3 for the Spuds. They have cashed in on one of those. With the first one of the 3. I've seen the Red Knights, they've had a lot of offensive zone face-offs to this point in the game. We'll have to see if they can cash in on those as well. The goaltenders have been outstanding. Hudson Hodges with 22 saves on 23 shots, and Carson Limezan 17 saves and 18 shot attempts. We are ready to go now in the third period as Bischel will take the face-off against Clevin. And the Red Knights control. Yakish throw this one down in deep for the Red Knights. Hodges out of net will play it. Wester trying to get it behind him. Mortensen takes it away, but he gets tied up as he tried to drive toward the net, and a penalty coming against the Spuds. So just as we talked about in that second period summary that the Spuds hadn't taken a penalty yet, Nolan Wester will take a hooking one there, and the Red Knights will head on the power play for the first time 15 seconds into the third period. Mesenberg will take the face-off. Clevin. Henkemeyer Howe shorthanded into the offensive zone as he was forced to go to the backhand and put it wide. Good job by Schweitzer to not let him get a free run at the goaltender like that. But Spud's able to clear. Callahan will leave it for Schweitzer. Schweitzer gets it up ahead for Mesenberg. But Callahan on the near side. Callahan getting fended off on the near side boards. Driving in is Marshall. Go to the backhand and a save by Hodges. Offensive zone face-off coming for the Red Knights. 16:07 to go in regulation. It's a 1-1 tie game. Left of the goaltender Hodges. Face-off, it'll trickle down to the near side. Get it up for Marshall, but Callahan will control it instead. Schweitzer down to Mesenberg. Centering feed poked away from Marshall. Good job by the Spuds to not let Marshall set up for a shot. We'll get it back out to Callahan at the point, but he's unable to hold it in. Limesand out of his net. Leave it for Schweitzer. 55 seconds to go in the Red Knights power play, their first of the night. And to Marshall. Callahan who whiffed on the shot. Backhand saved as Marshall caught up to it. Get it back out to Schweitzer. Schweitzer shot through. And Hodge is able to hold on to it with 15:25 to go here in the third period. Offensive zone face-off to the left of Hodges. Look down to the near side corner. It's Henkemeyer Howe trying to push it ahead for the Spuds, but it'll be held in. It'll poke its way up to Clevin, who will promptly reverse direction. Now he'll be able to clear as he ran some more time off that penalty kill. 20 seconds to go in the power play for the Red Knights. Schweitzer will set up in his own zone. He'll push it ahead for Mortensen. Mortensen into the offensive zone. Post by Horan. He'll lose the puck. It'll be played behind the net by Searles. Searles will play it around the near side all the way into the Red Knight zone. The power play comes to an end. And the Spuds back at full strength. 14:40 to go in the period as Marshall comes in offside. Face-off in the neutral zone with 14:38 to go in regulation. Carter Johnson takes the face-off against Jackson Bizon. Coming in offside are the Spuds, and we'll have another neutral zone face-off. 14:35 to go in regulation. The game tied at 1. Tonight's game brought to you by Fortis Academy, training to enhance sports performance. Well, the face-off controlled by the Red Knights. Schweitzer on the road. It's Foley on the far side. He'll play it in deep. Spuds trying to play it by their own net. Aggressive play by the Red Knights. They'll be able to put Moorhead on their heels a little bit in their own zone. Foley from up high. Here's a shot wide. And the junior defenseman, Seamus Foley. Back down to Sarslin. Sarslin's shot is blocked. The Spuds tried to poke it out of the zone. Red Knights unable to hold. Sarslin will get it back to Foley. Sarslin, he'll get knocked off the puck. Sarslin trying to control it. Penalty coming here. Charlie Warner taking a penalty, and the Spuds will go on their 4th power play. 1 of 3 this evening. Power play goal from Overbo. That came just 11 seconds into their first power play back in the first period. Clevin will take the face-off for the Spuds. Look to Horan. Horan will work his way into the middle, and he'll get it to Westra. Westra gives it off for Horan. He'll circle. Going to get it down low to Henkemeyer Howe, who whacks away at it. Limesand, they score! Nolan Westra able to poke that one through Limesand. It's another power play goal for the Spuds, and they take the lead 2-1 in the third period. Be the 5th goal of the season, the team leading 5th goal for Nolan Westra. That puts the Spuds ahead 2-1. They take their second lead of the game. 13:39 to go in regulation, and the Red Knights now find themselves behind. Foley controls the face-off to Sarsland. Barr got knocked off by Henkemeyer Howe. Barr still fighting down there. He's also got Nick Searles from Moorhead with him. And the Spuds come out of the scrum with it. Westra into the offensive zone. Behind him for Horan. Horan trying to drive in. He got knocked off the puck. But he'll recover it. Horan working his way through. Horan centering feed, able to be cleared out by the Red Knights. The Spuds again able to control as Searles tried to get that one through. From the Red Knights the other way with speed. Mesenberg gets it off for Callahan, whose shot is wide. Under 13 minutes to go. Here come the Spuds back the other way into the offensive zone is Clevin. Clevin will slow it up. He'll float it toward the net. Westra trying to knock it down. It trickles back to Mesenberg, who puts it out into the neutral zone. And then Drake sent it back the other way for Moorhead. It'll work its way around the net. Foley gets hit in the corner by Horan. Horan comes out with it. He got knocked off the puck. He was trying to get it down to Gregor. Played around and unable to be held in. Moorhead will track it down in their own zone. Dunkel with Gregor. Dunkel will give it off up ahead for Overbo. Push it down into the offensive zone. Triggs takes it away as he fights with Schweitzer. Schweitzer trying to knock it down. So it's poked back the other way. In the near side corner as it floats up into the center of the zone. Schweitzer carrying it into the offensive zone for the Red Knights. His shot saved by Hodges. Spuds trying to clear it out. Down to the near side, here's Horan. Pokes it out to neutral ice. Bizon with it, he'll send it back. And up down on the near side with Yakish. Yakish will send it up high. That shot blocked up into the netting. An offensive zone face-off for the Red Knights. 11:26 to go in regulation. 2-1 Spuds with the lead. 5th goal of the year for Nolan Westra. Earlier in the period, putting Moorhead back on top. As Johnson will take the face-off against Johnson for the Spuds. As Callahan able to hold the zone, he pushes it down into the corner. Almost out of the reach of Grammer. Grammer fighting with Foley. As Jess comes out with it. And then unable to hold the zone of the Spuds. Really good aggressive defensive play by the Red Knights. Under 11 minutes to go. And the Red Knights send this one all the way through for an icing. We'll have a face-off with 10:47 to go in regulation. 2-1 Moorhead with the lead. Spuds with an offensive zone face-off coming. Bishop will take the face-off against Clevin for Moorhead. Face-off down to the near side. Will be played around the net. Centering feed, trying to get it to Westra, but it's taken away by the Red Knights. Here comes Moorhead back the other way, 2-on-1. Here's Clevin as he gets it to Westra. Save Limesand. What a save. What a setup, and then a great save by Limesand on the other end. The offensive zone and taking a shot high with Sarsland. Moorhead unable to clear the zone. It works its way around the Spuds net. Mortensen sends it back the other way for Bischel. Centering feed for Mortensen. He didn't get much on it. Spuds back the other way to neutral ice. Gregor gets knocked off the puck. We'll have a stoppage of play here. 9:57 to go, and I think a penalty coming against Moorhead. Discussion with the bench. Would be a too many men penalty coming against the Spuds. Westra will serve the penalty. Big late game face-off. Not quite midway through the third period, but a power play for the Red Knights looking to tie it up. In the far side corner, Red Knights able to poke it back the other way. Big hit behind the net as Bizon goes down. Around to the near side. Schweitzer able to hold the zone briefly, and then he takes a big hit from Horan. So back the other way. Johnson on the far side for the Red Knights. He works his way in. He'll kick it back out to Gay. Here's Callahan, who thought about, or rather that Schweitzer thought about winding up. As Mesenberg tries to send it around. Schweitzer will have to go gather it in the neutral zone. He's opposed by Horan. Mesenberg gets it down to Marshall. Marshall on the near side. Backhand shot blocked. And gloved by Hodges, and we'll have an offensive zone face-off for the Red Knights with 9:02 to go in regulation. 1:06 in the power play for the Red Knights. Second of the period. They're 0 for 1. And the Red Knights are going to take their timeout here with 9:02 to go. So we're going to take a quick timeout as well, and we'll come back. Watching the Catholic Sports Network's coverage of Benilde-St. Margaret boys hockey, it's 2-1. Red Knights trailing, but an offensive zone face-off on the power play coming. Come out of the timeout, offensive zone face-off for the Red Knights. There's Schweitzer on the near side. Pick it back up to Callahan, who takes a shot that got through. That was saved by Hodges. Spuds not able to clear. Schweitzer long shot, gloved in his midsection by Hodges. And another offensive zone face-off. 8:49 to go here in the final period. 2-1 Moorhead with the lead. 53 seconds in the power play for the Red Knights. Red Knights control the face-off. Schweitzer on the near side. He'll throw this one through. That was deflected down into the corner. Back up to Callahan, whose shot was blocked again. Callahan will try to get at Schweitzer, but it's tipped away and cleared. It's Henkemeyer Howe trying to catch up to it, but Limesan will get to it first. As everything calms down a little bit, Henkemeyer Howe will send it back in deep. 20 seconds to go in the Red Knights power play. We had a play earlier in the game where Seamus Foley was upended. On a play just a lot like that one. Fortunately, everybody okay after that one. We have a face-off coming. 10 seconds to go in the Red Knight power play. 8:06 to go in regulation. 2-1, Moorhead with the lead. Red Knights control the face-off. Yakish throw it in deep. It almost was deflected in by one of the Moorhead defenders. As the power play comes to an end, Moorhead back at full strength. We're getting close to the midway point of the third period. Or we are past the midway point already. My apologies. Sent down to Horan on the near side. Tried to get it around Yakish. Foley will play it around to the far side, where Gay will get tied up with Triggs. Be thrown through, and Moorhead almost another too many men penalty there. Red Knights in the offensive zone. Centering feed. There's a shot by Gay, which is gloved. And Gay slamming his stick on the ice a little bit in frustration. 7:22 to go in regulation. Another offensive zone faceoff for the Red Knights coming. B-zone will take the face-off. Face-off pushed toward the net. Now a loose in the circle. And that one sent out to neutral ice. Moorhead wanted a penalty there. They won't get one. Spuds trying to control it in their own zone. Bring it up the near side boards is Johnson. He'll get it up to the far side, and Jess. Well, Jess pushes it toward the net. Limezan reaching out with the stick to poke it away. Loose up high. Sent up into the corner by Johnson. They come out with that one is Jess as he gets thrown to the ice. Red Knights and B-zone come out with it. Zahn gets it down to the near side. Barr trying to slow it down. This pass into the offensive zone out of the reach of Gay. 6.5 minutes to go here in the final period. A hit at the red line as Warner knocked down Wyatt Gunkel. As Clevin sends this one ahead. That was taken the other way, though, by Schweitzer. As Clevin gets it back, he'll play it off the far side boards. The offensive zone. Here's Clevin. Clevin to the backhand. What a save by Limezan. Play continues. 6 minutes to go now in regulation. Here's Bischel on the near side. Sent back. Clevin will play this one down in deep once again. Schweitzer back to get it deep in his own zone behind his net. He'll play it to Warner down the near side. Warner's pass to the far side intercepted, but then deflected in by Bischel. Bischel trying to drive his way in. Warner will collect it. Pick it back out. Come down to Schweitzer on the near side. Schweitzer centering feed intercepted, or rather blocked out all the way through the neutral zone. They catch the Spuds on a line change. Marshall into the offensive zone, but he ran out of room quickly and is sent back out to neutral ice. The Red Knights will play it behind their own net once again. Foley sending it down to the near side that misses everybody. As Gregor will play it behind his own net. Play it down to Grammer on the near side. Rather, that's Horan, my apologies. Red Knights trying to set up in their own zone. Bank it off the far side boards. Marshall down to Yakish. Yakish getting it behind him for Mesenberg. Mesenberg centering feed, sneaks through everything. Long turnaround shot goes well wide. A shot through traffic as initially sent in by Yakish and covered up by Hodges. 4:41 to go in regulation. It's 2-1. Moorhead with the lead. Student section on their feet here at the rec center. Big group of students sitting at about the red line. Give or take about the two blue lines in between. Up the face-off. Sent up around the Spuds net. Play back the other direction. Dunkel has it on the near side. As Fulmer sends this one ahead into the neutral zone. Into the offensive zone come the Spuds. There's a shot that goes wide by Cullen Jess. Taken away out front, they score! Gavin Fulmer generates the turnover, does it himself, and a huge insurance goal for the Spuds. They take a 3-1 lead with 4:16 to play. It'll be Fulmer's first goal of the season. Couldn't have come at a bigger time. Fulmer just generate that turnover in the offensive zone and ripped it past Limesand. Puts the Spuds up by 2 with 4:16 to go. The Red Knights with some work to do and not a whole lot of time left to do it. As Grammer plays it around to the far side. Red Knights trying to take it away. Restar will get to it first. He'll bank it in. It'll go all the way for an icing and a face-off coming back in the Red Knight offensive zone. 3:59 to go in regulation. It's 3-1, Spuds with the lead. Big insurance goal by Gavin Fulmer a moment ago, making it 3-1. Face off to the right of Hodges, still loose in the circle. Barr comes out with it for the Red Knights. Get it down to the near side, they play it down into the corner. Work its way around the Spuds net. As Grammer catches up to it, he'll push it up ahead for Westra. Henkemeyer Howe into the offensive zone, trying to get it behind him as he whacks away at it. There's Gay with it now for the Red Knights. Barr behind him. Gay trying to push his way through a couple of defenders. What a job he did as he ends up getting that backhand shot off, and there's some pushing and shoving after the play. Impressive play by Cooper Gay to make that offensive opportunity happen as Hodges forced to make the save. An offensive zone face-off for the Red Knights coming. 3.5 minutes to go. Move the face-off outside of the offensive zone, rather. It'll be a neutral zone face-off. Mesenberg will take it against Caden Triggs. Face-off trickles down to the near side. Losing that one in front of the net. The Spuds have it again. Bringing it up into the neutral zone and then flipping it out of play is Overbo. 3:19 to go in regulation. Moorhead 3 and the Red Knights 1. With goals in this period by Westra and Fulmer for the Spuds. Broke a 1-1 tie from the second intermission. Out of the near side as Foran brings it into the offensive zone. He gets it ahead for Overbo. Overbo shot is loose in front of Limesand, but it's able to be cleared out by the Red Knights. Sarsland, who brought it in offside as he tried to weave his way through those bodies at the blue line. And a neutral zone face-off coming with 3:01 to go in regulation. So the Spuds 3 minutes away from starting off their Twin Cities swing in a very impressive manner. As Jess takes this one away. Jess will drive it into the offensive zone. His shot is saved by Limesand down into the corner. Well, the Spuds will take on Minnetonka tomorrow at the Pagel Activity Center in Minnetonka. It's not going to get any easier for the Spuds, but should they hold on this next 2:33, they can head to their hotel tonight feeling good about that encounter tomorrow at Pagel. Driving in for a shot that was blocked with Johnson. Westra comes out with it for Spuds. He banks it down to the near side. Johnson will play it around up into the far side corner. Spuds able to hold the zone. Shot save, rebound, not quite able to be caught up with by Westra on the initial shot by Clevin. 2 minutes to go in regulation. We'll watch Limesand with the Spuds leading by 2. As Westra takes a big hit. Maybe a little bit more of a muted reaction than there would have been earlier in the game when this game was a little bit closer in score. Schweitzer driving in, Limesand to the bench, extra attacker on for the Red Knights. Schweitzer's shot deflected with the glove wide up into the corner. Minute and a half to go. Schweitzer will get it back. His shot is blocked, rather he kicks it up to Callahan, whose shot is wide. Minute 20 to go in regulation. Schweitzer shot through traffic, that deflects wide. Grammer tries to play it around. Schweitzer will get it back on the near side. He works his way into the middle. Get it down low to Bizon. And then not getting much on that was Barr as the pass got through to him. Under a minute to go as Spud's able to get it clear. Red Knights throw this one down in. Icing waved off. Barr trying to force a mistake behind the Spud's net. 40 seconds to go in regulation. Bizon trying to send it back the other way for the Red Knights. It's back up in the corner. It's Callahan's shot from the point. That goes wide off the glass. 25 seconds to play. As the Spud's able to throw it toward the empty net, that'll go wide for an icing. So an offensive zone face-off for the Red Knights, 17.5 to go. Spuds with a 2-goal lead at 3-1. Rosenberg takes the face-off against Triggs. Foley's shot saved by Hodges, and he'll hold on with 13.3 to go. Rosenberg will take the face-off against Triggs again. And to the left of Hodges, as Moorhead controls in the corner. Gunkel gets tied up on the far side corner, 5 seconds to go. As the game comes to an end, and the Red Knights fall to the visiting Moorhead Spuds 3-1, as there's some extracurricular after the final buzzer. So Moorhead comes to the Twin Cities, and they cap off this Friday night with a victory. They'll continue their Twin Cities swing tomorrow as they take on Minnetonka Skippers in Minnetonka. St. Margaret's will be off for a few days. We'll be back in action on Tuesday night. Those of you watching from the Moorhead broadcast, we will be live streaming tomorrow afternoon from Minnetonka on mnhockey.tv. You can catch myself with John Sands there at the Pagel Activity Center. Once again, the final score this evening from the St. Louis Park Rec Center. The Moorhead Spuds defeat the Benilde-St. Margaret's Red Knights by a score of 3-1. Again, tonight's game was brought to you by Fortis Academy, training to enhance sports performance, and Merrill Lynch with Diana Brass, your wealth management advisor. Watching this CatholicSportsNetwork.org production in conjunction with mnhockey.tv, and be sure to check out Pauly's podcast each week. You can find it at mnhockey.tv and on the homepage of the CatholicSportsNetwork.org. For Matt, this has been Patrick. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We will look to catch you soon from an arena near you. Once again, the final score this evening, Moorhead 3, Benilde-St. Margaret's 1. Have a good night, everybody.